Okay, so here we are. It's Friday. This will be the end of the second week. Now that's a big accomplishment because most people don't make it to the second week of January when they have these New Year's resolutions. So this will be the end of our second week of our workout, our Fat Boy workout. Blades Fitness sucks because my fitness sucks. So so we're gonna do 30 reps with the rings about shoulder height, just right at the balls of the shoulder. I'm going to do 30 reps of those. I'm going to stand 2 to 4 inches behind the line because I'm not quite ready to step up to the line. And then I'm going to move over and I'm going to do 25 push-ups, countertop push-ups, and then I'm going to do a 2-minute plank, and then I'm going to do 10 deep knee bends. And we're going to do 3 sets of the rotation, and then we'll go to the treadmill. And then we'll talk about excuses. Today's excuse is TikTok and social media. Oh, I'm looking down there and I should be looking up there. Today's excuse is TikTok and social media. So we'll talk more about it when we get over to the treadmill. And I probably should warm up or something because my fat is mad at me. We'll talk about that on the treadmill too. So standing 2 to 4 inches behind the line because that changes the intensity. And I'm just going to try not to fall here as I lean back into this and I do 30 reps. So 1, 2, you can do this on the door frame. 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to go slow enough that it's the muscles pulling you. 7, and not the inertia. 8, 9, you certainly don't want to jerk on this thing with your full weight. 10, 11, at least I don't. 12, I'm sure some of you are watching this like NASCAR. 13, 14, just waiting to see the big wreck. 15, I'm not going to fall. 16, often. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. When I was in the Army, 25, they told us that the muscle builds on the way down. 26, 27, so you go down slow. 28, 29, 30. That you're supposed to go down about twice as long as it takes you to get up. Okay. What do we say next? Countertop push-ups. You can still do these. If you do them in the door frame, put your heel against the back wall and put your hands about chest high and do them in the door frame. I'm going to do them at about a 50-degree angle, 50 to 60-degree angle here at the countertop. And we're going to do 25 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Woo. Okay, now I'm going to keep the same angle and start the timer. We said 2 minutes. Just make sure you don't rest your chest on your elbow, on your arms. You want to hold your chest up. You want to hold your chest up off. You just got your elbows on the countertop. I'm trying to maintain about a 50 to 60 degree angle. Trying to keep my back straight, but I can't tell if my back's straight or not. I just know the time comes to a complete stop when I do this. when we talk about it on the treadmill, I think this is what's angering my fat. You ever had angry fat before? 1 minute. It's hard. I get bored. It's hard to hold the posture. Not only can I feel it pulling in my sides and in my butt, and a little in my groin. It's boring. Next week, I'm going to move to a 45-degree angle. Or I may not. I may stay at this angle and push the push-ups up to 30. That's probably better. The feet are sliding out from under me. I'm going to need no slip mat. All right. It's 2 minutes. Okay, now we're going to do some deep knee bends. 10 of them. You can do sit downs in your chair, or you could just lean back against the wall and pick one leg up at a time. There's a lot of options you can do here. Just the main thing for me is to not put food in my mouth for 30 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Alrighty then. Moving back to the rings. It's hot here. 1, I did not turn off the fan. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right. I'm going to have to make sure I take sinus pills or something. I can't breathe through my nose. Okay. Sound like a perv. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not a perv. I shouldn't sound like one. Push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, and then moving into the plank. Whee! And then push-ups burn. Well, my younger days, I could knock out push-ups. About here, I'll flash a picture of me in my uniform. I've got nothing else to do for these 2 minutes. I'll show you a picture of me back when I was in the Army. I didn't have any problems knocking out push-ups then. We did them all day long. How's that song go from White Christmas? Gee, I wish I was back in the Army. That kind of stuff makes it go faster. You got to make it a little fun mentally. Boredom is one of the things that makes people stop every time. So you got to have just a little bit of mental fun. Not so much that you're distracted and you can't keep track of the time, because then the next thing you know, 5 minutes have passed and you're frozen in that position forever. Because you can't there's no getting back up, you just have to fall down. A little tremble in the voice. Who would have thought leaning would be exercise? That's crazy. There we go, 10 minutes. All right. Ooh. And 10 knee bends. Because ultimately the goal is to be able to do, I still want to be able to do sit-ups, but I think sit-ups are bad for you. So ultimately the goal is to be able to do 30 sit-ups, 20 push-ups, 10 deep knee bends, 5 pull-ups, and run a mile in 10 minutes. And then when we get to there, we'll change our goals. Okay, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Last set. You do not have to keep pace with me. Go slower, go faster. Do different exercises. If you do different exercises, let me know in the comments below how you changed, what you changed, how you deviated. One, 2, because if you're having issues, 3, I'm sure there's millions others that are too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. There's the last set of those for the day, for the week. Last set of those for the week. So back to our push-ups at about a 50-degree angle, 50 to 60-degree angle. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, I think next week we'll have the weekend to recover, and I think next week I'll bump that up to 30. Plank. Last plank for the week. Whee. Now this week has flown by too. Nothing exciting happened. Kids started school. First full week of school for the wife and the kids. They come home from school and they don't want to talk to anybody. They just want to veg for a few minutes, so I let them. But overall, it's been a good week. Just kind of flew by. Local radio host does a thing called Flown or Blown, where people call up and talk about whether their week has flown by because something good happened, or if their week was blown because something bad happened. Maybe on Fridays we could do that in our comment section. How was your week, flown or blown? I had a pretty good week, but I really can't tell you any single incident that made it good. I think of lots of reasons to call it bad, but none of them really seem to be affecting me right now. Maybe it's the dopamine. All right. Stop it. Clear it off. Put it back over there. Well, my sweat drips onto my glasses. Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. But I'm taller than Tom Cruise. I like that much. I'm way taller. When we lay down, I'm way taller, but standing, I'm just a little taller. All right, here we go. Last set of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I may have to start holding some weights. Make that a little more, make that just a little more challenging. course, when you pick up 300 pounds every time you stand up out of a chair, your legs do tend to get a little strong. All right. We'll have some bookshelf. Okay, look out, dog. Wall-to-wall dog. She's some kind of long-haired lab mix. She's got a hurt hip, so all she does is lay around. But she's quite stupid. But we love her. Uh-oh. What's happened? Reset button. Is it unplugged? We may be cutting it short today. We may be marching in place. Oh, there we go. That's got it. I don't know what caused that. And I also don't know when I got it to come back on because I never heard it beep. So let's put the safety clip in place so that it'll turn off if I fall. And let's see. Let's go. 2 minutes at 2.5, 3 minutes at 3, and then 5 minutes at 3.5. We'll finish the week strong. So here we go. So today's procrastination was TikTok. A friend sent me a link to his TikTok. My friend Jeff, who is Cajun, has same struggles I have. He's a big boy. He used to be a fit boy, and now he's a big boy. And he's trying to not be a big boy anymore. He's doing a lot of exercises. He's got a TikTok channel that I'll link in the description below if he wants me to. He may not want that to be public, but he has a TikTok channel where he shows his workouts. And so he sent me a link today to his leg workout. Pretty impressive, putting a lot of weight on it. But again, when you're a big boy, you lift a lot of weight every time you stand up. So he's got some strong legs. So I start watching that, and then some girl comes on lip syncing to a comedian, and that was funny. And then the next 6 were hotties doing some kind of dance number. I don't know. And the next thing you know, 20 minutes of your life is gone, and you're trying to find this person on Instagram, trying to get them to answer questions, and then you're scrolling through Instagram looking at other people's artwork or pictures or swimsuit model, lingerie models. I follow a lot of lingerie models. I do pinup work. I do a lot of different type of art, but all of my practice is in pinup work because that's what keeps me interested. So I've got a lot of swimsuit and lingerie models on my feed, and then I'll reach out to them and say, hey, do you mind if I use you as a model? And they're all like, oh, please, just copy me. So most of the time I have permission. So again, next thing you know, 20 minutes to an hour is gone out of your life from social media. And I was doing that when I was downstairs. I was supposed to be coming up here to do this, and I let hey, we've gone too long. I let the social media distract me, and I was comfortable. And I'm not gonna say that it wasn't a little bit on purpose, because
Who wants to do this? Who wants to put their body through this? I mean, my fat is mad at me. I was sitting at dinner. A friend of ours, Mark, had his birthday party Wednesday night after I had done that workout. And was it Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. Anyway, Wednesday night, and we went, and I sit down at the restaurant, and my sides just hurt. Just my fat just mad at me. from the planks and from the sit-ups and the squats and stuff. I mean, man. So, but it gets better, right? The idea is we're not doing this because I'm not doing this because I like to exercise. I'm not doing this because I think you like to exercise. I'm not doing this because I think people who like to exercise, like my friend Lori, she runs marathons. I think those people are weird. There are people who spend their entire lives that's all they want to do is they want to exercise. They want to be super fit. They want to grow up and open a gym and make fun of other people that are not super fit. And kudos to them, because that ain't me. I'm more like the guy in Dodgeball where he says, hey, you're good like you are, but if there's something about you you're not completely happy with, and you maybe want to work on it a little bit, let's work on it together. Right now, it's my ability to do chin-ups, pull-ups rather, and run and put shoes on. Fit into my favorite clothes. I want to be able to fit into my favorite clothes fresh from the dryer without having to stretch them out. Okay, we're going up to 3.5. I want to be able to fit into my favorite clothes fresh from the dryer without having to stretch them out to make them fit around my gut, because I really hate when my clothes touch me. Whew. But those are goals. Maybe you could tell us what your motivational goals are in the comment section, because maybe somebody doesn't have any real ideas what to pick as a goal to motivate them. And I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of people, there's been times in my life, especially since this last plague year, when we were locked down and couldn't go anywhere, and the depression kicks in. You just sit there staring at a wall with no motivation to do anything. And you're sitting there, well, I need to do this. Why? I couldn't even think of a good reason to shower. I mean, I know I'm not alone in that. So if you've got a motivating thing that gets you up to do stuff, list it. Put it in the comment section below. I want to go roller skating with my kids before they move out of the house and are gone forever. I want to be able to do 5 chin-ups, 5 pull-ups, and I want to be able to run a 10-minute mile again. And then I'll set new goals. I want to be able to draw and paint and stand up while I do it and not get tired from standing, not get tired thinking about standing. Look at there. We're already at 7 minutes. 3 more minutes and we're done. 3 more minutes and we're done for the week. I'm not saying all that because I feel sorry for myself. I'm not saying all that because I want you to feel sorry for me. And I don't want you to feel sorry for yourself. But if there's something about you don't like, you're the only one that can fix it. If it can be fixed. I mean, I'm a little crazy. I'm pretty sure there's no fix for that. Lord knows people have tried. Whew. How are we doing on time? 8 minutes, 2 more minutes to go. I find this makes me stretch my stride out. The only way I can keep pace with this is if I stretch my stride out. But I don't quite have the balance yet to stretch my stride out and let go of the handlebars. So this may be our pace for next week, is 2 minutes at 2.5, 3 minutes at 3, 5 minutes at 3.5. This may be our pace next week while I stretch my stride out until I can do it. Because we have to get, if we're going to do a 10-minute mile, we have to get to 6 miles an hour, right? So, and the only way to get to 6 miles an hour is to stretch out your stride, kick them feet up, be light enough that your muscles don't give out. Stop eating for 30 minutes a day. That's, what do they call it? Intermittent fasting? This is my intermittent fast. Hey, I don't know if you saw, I've got a Facebook site where I share get most of the humor. It's Blades Fitness Sucks. But I'll put a link to it in the description also. But the other day, I ate something like, I ate a few chips, and all of a sudden I was craving carbs. Just anything carby, anything I could find. And I've got a little spritzer, a little mouth breath freshener of Listerine, and I sprayed 3 shots of that into my mouth, and my craving stopped. So that's my new go-to. I've got one of them in about every room of the house, just to stop the carb cravings wherever they hit me, because you never know where that's going to happen. I'm snacky, and those things may be, I don't know, it might be 2 calories a spritz, but all right, we're slowing back down to 2.5 for about a minute while we cool down. But those little Listerine spritzers, I'll share a link for those too. I'll put a picture right here. Those little Listerine spritzers just stop the carb craving, at least for a little while. And so it really helped. Anyway, if you've got any tips like that, put them in the links below. Share them with all the rest of us. Lord knows this is going to be a group effort, not just for me, but for all y'all. Well, if you know somebody else that might enjoy this, let them know. Share it, chat in the comment section, like it and share it. That tells YouTube that people are paying attention, and it gives them the incentive to share it with others as well. But for now, I've got a glass of water. I'm going to go sit over there and drink. I forgot to take a drink before I came to the treadmill. I'm going to go sit over there in the fan. I'm going to drink some water, and I'm going to enjoy my weekend. Peace out. We'll see you Sunday at 9 a.m.